Gosh, I'm so stupid, so stupid. They all told me I needed to keep my guard up. They all said Bentley would lie about it and tell them all I was just crazy. They told me again and again, but gosh dang it, I like the girl. I saw her, you know, I knew her and I just couldn't help it because they couldn't see what I saw, and I mean, she was just different. She used to crack this smile like dynamite. I mean, literally nothing like it on earth, and she would give me a hug. Through her words, and every moment I spent with her was just better than I ever thought life could even be. Like, I felt guilty for feeling so fucking good, and I thought everything must be coming to an end for me to feel so much pleasure with the world, because it just didn't seem right, and I don't know, maybe it wasn't, maybe that's why it had to end. Maybe it was all just in my head anyway, but for some reason it doesn't really make sense. She's got a lot of issues, you know? But I loved her just the same. Love? Did I just say I love her? I mean, do I love her? I mean, I guess I can't really think of any other word that would come closer than that, but even that seems weird. It seems like some word created for all these relationships and interactions, and how could that sum up all the things going on between us? If you could even say us, because I mean, I don't know how she would feel about that, and I guess there is some sort of us as in the us that exists when we are together, but even that is so foggy. I mean, yeah, there's a lot there, but it's almost like it's an infinite number of things, all at the exact same time, so it can never really be nailed down or understood. It's like it's so many things at once, maybe it's nothing at all. But you know what really gets me is that normally I have a pretty great grasp on reality, I think. I mean, I know how I would like things to be, but I also know how they are, and I can always, and I mean always, make that distinction. So I must have had a pretty good understanding of what was going on, but for some reason I don't think I did. Maybe that's what love does to you. I mean, one minute things are there and they mean everything to you, and the next you're not even sure if they existed in the first place. And as I talk to you now, I don't even know what I'm saying, because my mind just keeps jumping to the next thought, and I don't leave myself enough time to do anything except to try to catch up with myself. And language is so limited. Maybe I will never really find the right words that express the situation, but maybe I don't need words. Maybe I do understand the situation, and that it can never be expressed in something as captured as a sentence. Maybe it's just a maybe, or a half, or a sure, or a who knows, you know? Maybe it's just a maybe. Maybe. It wasn't even like I was trying to do anything, you know, I was just trying to escape, that's all. I just needed to get away, like those commercials about the 5-star hotels, and maybe I'll put this on Expedia, but I wasn't even trying to do anything. I was just trying to get out, because my chest was starting to collapse into me, and what am I going to do, fight it? Am I going to fight my own chest? Of course not, because I can't, and I wasn't doing anything. I just was doing what my head said for me to do, not like I'm hearing things in my head that aren't there. I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I just needed to get out because I couldn't stay in, because I couldn't stop shaking, and I had run out of what I needed in order to be okay, and I needed to be okay. I mean, I wasn't doing anything. I just needed to jump out to say goodbye. I'm coming, I'm leaving, I'm on my way, and just get up and get out, and I couldn't hold anything because things kept slipping out of my hands, and I was trying to hold them. You have to believe I wasn't trying to break them, and then I couldn't tell if I had them on my arms, and that answering machine was just chiming over and over. I couldn't stay there. I didn't want to. I didn't have to. I wouldn't. I just needed to get out. I wasn't even trying to do anything with that, but I was just shaking so much I couldn't move. I was just shaking, and just my head was just bobbing side to side and side to side. I wasn't even telling it to. I mean, I wasn't trying to do anything, and I was so hungry. I wanted to start eating myself, and how could somebody eat themselves? And I was just beating on my chest because I wanted to stop hurting, and that fucking chiming needs to stop. It needs to stop because it needs to. I mean, I can't even feel my toes. I'm so damn freezing, and if that pain is coming through my heart, then fuck that too. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit answering machine! I get this sauna in here. I can't stop sweating, and then I can't move, and if I could just get if I get some help, if someone needing help, I can't walk over to the phone. I know it's right near me. I can hear the fucking timing. Shut up! It's just like shattering. I can't move, and I can't hear myself talking. It's like who is calling? It's not Sarah. Sarah's not calling. I said to come. She can't just call. She needs to come. Maybe she's leaving those voice with that bitch. I said just come. And I'm tightening up, and everything is tightening up, and I think I just swallowed my tongue for a minute. And the fucking chiming, just stop it. Shut the fuck up. Stop the chiming. I can't hear myself talking. I can't move. Please, just stop. Just stop. Just. April 9th.
Today was the first day that I realized you might be something different than friends. Because you leaned in a little bit closer than you had to. And you shared your donut with me. And I hate doing essays. I mean, I know everyone kind of does, but I really hate them. And for some reason, you were the only person that could get me to do them and not despise it the whole time. It was like everyone was looking at us, like we were that cute little couple sitting in the cafe. And it felt really fucking nice. But then you were there, and I could feel the heaviness of your uncertainty weighing you down. It was exuding out of you, all the way to me, across the table. And it was uncomfortable. But it didn't matter, because I knew that I could sit here across from you for days, weeks, maybe even months, with nothing but just the satisfaction of knowing that just for this one small bit of time, you were mine, and we were here together, and we could have this shared consciousness. And it feels really nice when you know that you're understood. I mean, I had so many other things that so many other people kept telling me I had to do, but I knew that what actually mattered was to sit here and breathe with my soul and let my shoulders down and resign into you and everything that I had decided you would be.
April 19th.
It was the day before my favorite day, and your touch was like nothing else, nothing that I had ever dreamt or imagined or even thought existed. I mean, it was like you would grab my hands and I would realize that I'd never actually felt the warmth of someone's fingertips before. And when you would pull me in closer, I had never felt so safe in my entire life. This was different. This was weird. And I don't know, I didn't mind. Maybe a part of me was in it for the story.
April 20th.
So it was 420, and the day was wonderful. I mean, I was running around feeling free as I'd ever felt. But then you were there, sitting crisscrossed with all your friends. And I could feel my hesitation to speak with you freezing me. And didn't you see me hugging that other boy? Couldn't you tell that that was a moment of real intimacy? That I didn't need you? I desired you, maybe, but I didn't need you. But then there's the cafeteria, where I was conflicted in sharing exchanges of affection with you. And watching your focus on me fall away, I would speak, and you would seem so fleeting, as though you weren't there at all. This kind of shit I was used to.
April 21st.
Tonight I went into your room because I was on the verge of something big. And you sucked away my emotion. You made me feel nothing, not hurt or sad or in love, but just fucked up from all of these games that you keep playing with me. And we can be friends, that's fine, but just say it. Stop making me question what's going on and leading me to these one-way roads that all end in nothing. You know, you didn't even break my heart. You dismissed it. You made it feel small and weak. not only unlovable, but intangible as well.
April 26th.
I am so ambivalent about how I feel about you because I can't talk about it with my friends anymore because they're tired of hearing your fucking name. And I can't talk about it with you because that's just weird. And if I keep it all inside of me, I'm gonna implode. So what do I do? I mean, maybe it was stupid for me to have ever thought that we were on the same page because you and I were in different chapters. But I couldn't help but try. It's like somehow we reached the den you want before we even hit the climax, but I'm already on to the next book that we could write together. You are just so afraid of imperfection that you won't even pick up your fucking pen. And this is the kind of story that I can't write on my own.
May 2nd.
I am so afraid of losing the memory of you that I think about it constantly without even trying. To remember what it felt like to be sure of something, to be sure of you so that I don't lose my mind. And yet somehow I've lost it in you as well.
May 4th.
I keep walking to you and you keep getting up and moving.
May 5th.
So what am I supposed to do now when I'm so tired of this monotonous tug and pull where I give and you take, only to tell me that you don't even like